2023 was just a roller coaster of emotions. I had the biggest, and when I say biggest, I mean biggest falling out with Rian. I hate falling out with people I care so much about. Without going into much detail, I guess for out of respect, I will say that I often overthink things. I often overreact too. Rian was trying to have an adult conversation with me about something, and I kinda just went into self-defensive mode, sabotaging our friendship so in the long run, none of us got hurt. Was I wrong for that? Yeah, maybe. Should I stop trying to fucking sabotage my friendships? Yeah, totally. I dunno. I think a part of me realizes that sometimes I'm just way too much for people to handle, and I ain't always the best of friends at times. I know that. Yet, despite the many times that I allowed my feelings to cause arguments, some big and some just petty little ones, between Rian and myself, she's always there. No matter what happens, she's by my side through the dark times and through the good times. I, for one, am so thankful for her. 2023 was a year that her and I haven't spoken much, for various reasons. But we never lost that contact. She's gone on to do some courses and all that good shit this year, which has taken up a lot of her time, and is obviously one of the reasons why we haven't talked much. But I hope she knows that I'm so fucking proud of her. I'm so proud that she's making the most out of her life and the opportunities given to her. If anyone deserves the best, deserves good shit, deserves the happiness given to them, it's Rian, 100%. As for me, 2023 was the year that I joined 2 Discord servers and released a single and a collab EP album. Discord gets a lot of stick, especially amongst the social media side of things. However, it has given me the platform to find some of the greatest friends I have ever had. So for that, I'm grateful that it all came at a time when I was, once again, at my lowest. I, of course, will talk more about the servers and the people that I have met in them in a chapter specifically dedicated to them. As I have mentioned, 2023 was also the year in which I released my first single and my debut EP album that I collaborated both with Malcolm. Also, technically, I started up my own production quote-unquote company. While I was mainly focusing on the collab EP, I didn't want to wait months with no music being on my YouTube music channel, so I ultimately decided to make up a single. Named Metaverse, me and Malcolm, after working on it for roughly a couple of days, brought the song out on 26th of July 2023. The song, while was just randomly put together, was about how society is controlled by AI and the higher-ups in the world. For a song that was created in such a short amount of time, I'm fairly happy with how it turned out. The EP album is one that I'm extremely proud of. Despite being home recorded, my debut EP came out nicely, and it still leaves room for future remasters should I decide to go down that route. Worlds Collide by myself, Irie Lights Production, and Malcolm, Anomaly 13, released on December 12th, 2023, consisted of 7 tracks, which was the plan from the start. 7 tracks due to 7 being a divine number, and it being released on December the 12th to represent the 12 tribes of Judah. It was perfect. A reggae/rock collaborated album with tracks inspired by 5 members of the Marley family: Bob Marley, Ziggy Marley, Skip Marley, Stephen Marley, and Damian Marley, was something Malcolm and I had worked on for roughly 6 months. Track 1, A Better Tomorrow, inspired by Bob Marley Forever Lovin' Jah. It's a song based on how we as a society needs to hope and pray that we can have better days, away from all of the hatred in the world, away from all the pain that people suffer from. I wanted to kick the EP off with a strong message, a message that the listener can easily figure out by the lyrics to the song. Track 2, Fighting the System, inspired by Skip Marley, Lions, is a song that I wanted the verses to be powerful, not just in terms of the sound, the instruments, but also in terms of the lyrics. Fighting the System is about exactly that, fighting the system. It's about us as a society fighting against the government's control over every single little thing that we do. It's about fighting for the rights of humanity to live as one, happily, without the worry of being dictated into doing things that nobody feels comfortable with. I think that what Malcolm and I did with the lyrics helps bring the importance of the world fighting to gain control to light. Track 3, Be Together, is inspired by Stephen Marley featuring Damian Marley, All Night. It was one of the first songs that we had written for Worlds Collide, and it was one that I wanted the biggest important messages to be brought to light via. It's a song about how we all need to come together to end racism, to end war, and end hatred amongst the world and its inhabitants. It's one that I'm most proud of in terms of the lyrics, because of how important the lyrics are to be heard by everybody, like truly heard. Track 4, Endless Flame, inspired by Damian Marley, Affairs of the Heart, is a track very similar to its inspired song in terms of the style and in terms of the topic in which the song was written about. Endless Flame is about the heat of a relationship, the heat of a connection between two people, the love a man shares for someone that he truly cares about but can't have. Endless Flame, based on how extremely well done it was, in my opinion anyways, is honestly my favourite of the 7 songs on the EP. This song was also the promotional song that I had an early release to help promote the EP and its release. Track 5, Timeless Change, inspired by Ziggy Marley, True to Myself, is one of the songs that I had a very similar sound to its inspiration song. Well, that one. And Be Together was another one that when creating the sound to, we based it on the song in which inspired that specific track. Timeless Change was one of the songs that taps into the idea of nostalgia and remembering the past. As a man that often looks back on the past, this song was a no-brainer for me when it came to writing up topics for tracks. Honestly, my favourite part of the song was the solo. It connected so well with the guitars, and my sort of singing during the solo helped bring that specific section of the song forward more. Track 6, Conquering, inspired by Bob Marley, Natural Mystic, is the one song that proved to be extremely difficult to work with. From singing it, to writing up the lyrics, to fitting it all in with the music, which to my surprise ended up exactly how I envisioned it while creating Conquering. It was messy, which in a way made sense, because if you listen to the song lyrics, you'll know that it's about fighting against your own mind, fighting against depression. There's 2 ways to think of that song, as in terms of it being messy. There's the whole making it sound like what it's like to constantly battle your own demons. But as a stoner, it's also good to think of it in the way as in, it's just like a trip. No matter how you interpret it, either way is perfectly fine. Track 7, Tranquil Dream, inspired by Ziggy Marley's Circle of Peace, is purely just a song about connecting with Mother Nature and breathing in the fresh air. A song that's very hippie friendly, let's say. Its main purpose was to help people realise that no matter what you're going through in life, if you take time to go outside, take in the sceneries, it will help clear your mind. In my opinion, it's a very feel good kind of song. So yeah, 2023, even though it had its rough moments, hasn't actually been all that bad. There's been moments where I felt like just giving up, but I kept fighting through it all. Kept fighting to see another day, living day by day. I'm hoping to continue this form into 2024 and the following years, but based on the past, I know chances are it won't be that easy. Then again, nothing worth fighting for in life is easy. It takes hard work and dedication.